the off season leading into training camp, nothing was familiar about this heading into this season. Just curious how you're feeling so far into the season and the games that you've played in.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Everything that happened, obviously. Feeling pretty good. Really looking forward to getting some battle going. Obviously, our offense is feeling great, and I said this about a month ago that these guys are going to start scoring. I can feel it, and they are. So, as a team, I think we're looking really good. I think we're moving really fast, and it's going to be my job to keep pace with these guys.
All right. Sarah Lesky from TSN. Go ahead, Sarah.
Game tomorrow and just what you need to be aware of with the Canucks.
Can you repeat that question again? It cut out halfway.
Oh, sorry. Just wonder, looking ahead to the game tomorrow and what in particular you feel you need to be aware of with Vancouver coming in.
Yeah, they're a great team, top to bottom. They're coming off a couple of wins, which is always a good feeling for them, and so are we. So, really, we got to match the intensity. We've had a couple of days off now, and I think looking forward, it's going to be all our energy and how much the start we have and how much energy we bring and put forward to try to get some momentum and carry it.
Go next to Paul Friesen from the Winnipeg Sun. Go ahead, Paul.
Thanks, Gregor. Sorry if you were asked this, Connor. I'm not sure if I missed the start of this call or not. Can you talk about your play so far?
I like a lot of things in my play, and there's a lot of things I can clean up. That's what early season is like for a goaltender. You start cleaning things up as you get beat. I'm looking forward to putting a full 60 together because I've had a really good feeling, and then sometimes it pop off it, and I have to re-battle myself into it. So there's a lot of good things I have in my game. There's a lot of things that I've been working on, and this little break that we've had was a great time off to kind of build up that full 60 again. Now I'm looking forward to putting it all together.
We'll go next to Tim Campbell from NHL.com. Go ahead, Tim.
Connor, with the division chock full of elite shooters like Austin Matthews and Tyler Toffoli and Connor McDavid down the line, how much of your game prep is devoted to the elite snipers on your opponent?
I don't really watch video on guys shooting because when a game comes, it's all read and react. I know our team has a bunch of elite snipers too, so if I can handle these guys, then I'll be better prepared to handle the other snipers around the league. So it's more about catching a good feeling and maintaining it and keeping it. You don't want to falter your confidence at all, especially not in this shortened season and short window to get it back, really. So I'm going to keep my confidence high and, keep winning games, doing whatever it takes. And this year, it might be a bunch of high-scoring games, but, wins are going to be, the most important part of the season.
Next to Jason Bell from the Winnipeg Free Press. Go ahead, Jason.
Hey, Connor, thanks for doing this. This is kind of a follow-up to Paul Friesen's question. Just, I don't know how closely that, you win a Vezina, so you know what your numbers are last year. I'm not sure how closely you kind of follow those specific numbers, but how do you strike a balance between, maybe the save percentage, the goals against are just a shade down, and yet, you backstop the team to four wins. So how do you kind of strike a balance?
Yeah, I like to just keep an eye on it. And before last game, I think my save percentage was pretty good. And last game was a learning curve for me. I had 2 good periods and 1 period that I'd like back, obviously. And I guess the balance is kind of putting a full 60 that I can be proud of. And, if I'm putting wins on the table, there's nothing to complain about. I'm doing my job. Last year was a lot different than this year. You can't really compare the 2 years. The guys are scoring right now, and if there's ever a game where they're not scoring, which I doubt, but if there is, I'm going to have to be there to backstop them. So I can say right now I've done my job, and numbers wise, yeah, I would like to keep improving them. I think any goalie around the league would say that. But it's early in the season, and numbers they kind of fluctuate a little bit early on, and they'll settle in.
We'll go next to Ken Weeb from Sportsnet. Go ahead, Weaver.
Thanks, Gregor. Thank you, Connor. When it comes to putting a tough period behind you, what are the biggest things that you've learned over the years, and how has that become easier over the course of time?
Well, the biggest thing is to accept that you faltered a bit, and then flip the switch. It's just an expression, but for me, it means a whole lot, because when I flip the switch, I just accepted it, I put it behind me, and now it's a fresh game and it's a fresh start. And now I need to go and prove to the people around me and myself that, I'm here to fight, and we are not out of this game. And just because maybe it could be one bad goal or bad period or anything, if you show the guys around you that you're resilient and that you're battling for them, it'll give them energy, and it'll boost the team spirit too. So it's not just an individual thing; it's a team thing as well.
And final question to Jason Bell from the Free Press. Go ahead, Jason.
Hey, Connor, one last one. And if this has been asked earlier, I sincerely apologize because I too was late. But, it's obviously a completely different position, but you I know you study your own guys, and you got a great vantage point. What does somebody like you learn from a veteran? What seems to be the consummate professional in a guy like Paul Stastny, what you saw from him in his first stint and what he's doing now?
Well, it's tough for me on ice because goaltending and players are different, and we kind of are in our own world a little bit out there trying to get better at what we need to get better at. But off the ice, you can just see how he presents himself and how awesome of a team guy he is, and the little things like the recovery standpoint and the warming up. He does everything right, and he is very dialed into his game. And then you get on the ice, and he does his game. He doesn't change it for other people. He plays his game, and I think a guy like that, there's a reason he's been around so long, is because he's mastered his game.